Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of Humanity Must Perish. Last time I was aggroed by my wife. She was like standing right there, looking at me with a fiercely piercing intent, like, when are you gonna get done? So yeah, I was fast. I was like, oh, okay, thank you guys, bye. So but anyways, let's hopefully there won't be any more stairs or anything, but let's go. I think we saw this before. Okay, so here we go. So you finally gave in. Foolish human, we have been telling you for decades. It's about time you listen. Regardless, you needn't fright. I will ensure that I use this compound responsibly. Humanity will soon be extinct. That is a fact. I am prepared for that. All I ask that you first honor our agreement. Confirmed. I will spend one day in the presence of normal, everyday human beings before passing judgment. Thank you, Kyuu. Even if humanity does perish by your hands, I will be able to rest peacefully knowing that at least you will live on. You are my greatest creation, and I could not be more proud of you. Whatever decision you make, I know that it will be the correct one. I was this close from finishing the prologue. Come on. So 30 degrees Celsius, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, cool. CPU temperature. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Coolant level 60%. Reading okay. Internal heat sinks okay. Throttle enabled no. All thermal readings are within acceptable parameters. Operation may proceed as normal. Wow, okay. I gave myself a quick thermal check after walking around outside for a while. Having been built in the lab and created for the purpose of data crunching, I was not made to be used outside on a controlled environment. My cooling system was heavily relying on ready access to high-grade coolants and external heat sinks. Furthermore, my safe operating temperature were set under the assumption of emergency access to liquid nitrogen. Wow. Put simply, I was out of my element. Walking under the harsh rays of the sun was dangerous for me, and if I allowed my internal temperature to raise too far, I would fry my motherboard. The processor must have been out of his mind. Professor! Well, his mind to set me outside on such a hot day. Would he truly risk destroying me simply for the sake of this bizarre learning experience? All these concerns weighing on my CPU until I perform further analysis on my new body. So, this new body does have its advantages after all. My previous body didn't have any room for storing coolant, let alone air ducts for passive cooling. Perhaps the professor's not yet senile after all. Having his finishes play out when modeled my new body was disturbing, but as far as functioning is concerned, Interrupted mid-cycle. I looked down on my feet, located a source of sudden noise. Initially, I was concerned that my coolant was leaking. If that were the case, I might overheat after all. My earliest speculation would become reality. However, what I found running down my legs was not coolant, nor is it any other liquid indicative of a problem with my hardware. It was urine. Oh man, did the dog just pee on him? Pee on her? Woof! You urinated on me. Woof! I'm not a tree, nor I am a machine capable of performing water purification. You should not waste your urine on me. Woof! I'm in a state of the art enjoy, and I am talking to a dog. As I looked down at the panting slave animal, I realized the futility of my actions. I could not communicate with this creature. I had only been loaded with software for interpreting and formulating human speech, and only in specific languages. The professor had installed no language pack for canines. Excuse me! Please hold him still for a moment. I glanced away at the dog and towards a new source of sound. Heading my way was a middle-aged man holding a dog leash in his hand. running with speed expectant for someone half his age. He soon reached my side, at which point he immediately clipped the leash onto his dog's collar. Sorry about that, and thanks for minding him. There's no need for thanks. I did not do anything to assist you. Haha, don't say that. You distracted him long enough for me to catch up. As far as I'm concerned, that's worthy of. The pause between each word that the man spoke grew longer as his eyes rested on my face. He slowly looked up and down my body, visibly perplexed by the sight of front of his eyes. I don't mean to sound rude, but perhaps you're a cosplayer? A cosplayer? What? Negative. I'm not a costume human being pretending to be someone or something else. I am an android. Oh no, that would just further the fuel. You were a cosplayer. Ahaha, so you run android, do you? You must be quite a dedicated cosplayer to even decide on what operating system you run. Negative. I run a unique operating system built on the Linux kernel by my creator. Furthermore, as I've already stated, I'm not a human being. This form is merely the whim of my creator. I see. So what anime are you from? I've seen a few that have at least one mechanical high school girl in them. I don't know, this sounds pretty funny now. I stared at the man in front of me dubiously. You're just like the professor, aren't you? Huh? What professor? Oh, let me guess. You're talking about the evil scientist who created you, right? Correction. The professor is not evil. He simply misunderstood. Ha 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 ha, very good. I thought I might get you slipped up there, but you're too good for me. Man, you really got me curious now. I won't ask you to break the character, but will you at least tell me the name of your character so I can search it myself? Why does this human not understand what I'm saying? I may look and act more human than the android that have become commonplace in this era, but I'm not so advanced that... Psst, shh. The human male in front of me looked down on my leg. Even without looking, I knew what was happening. I had experienced this sensation once before, and unfortunately, the canine responsible had not run out of his urine for the first time. Once again, I was being urinated on. I guess he must think you're a tree or something. Ha 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 ha. Psh. The dog's owner made excuses with a worried look on his face. Meanwhile, his dog continued urinating on my leg without a worry in the world. Dude, how many piss did that dog have? Dude! Do you often allow your slave animal to urinate on others? And no, he's never done this before. Usually he just pee on the ground or on a tree and why aren't you moving your leg? Both confused and disgusted, the man pointed my leg, which is now wet with urine. The socks that Professor gave me was soaked, and the shoes would no doubt squelch when I walked. For a real high school girl, the shoes and socks would undoubtedly be considered ruined. It is fine. This level of discomfort is well with acceptable parameters. The slave animal simply responding to instinct. I cannot find fault with that. That's very understanding of you. Of course, I possess deep knowledge of all animals closely bound with the human society. Besides, it would be irrational for me to chastise the animal for doing something from which myself no longer exempt. Speaking of which, what the what? What? What's going on here? What is going on? I squat down where I was standing. I parted my leg, balanced myself, then prepared to discharge a liquid from my... what? Are you serious? Are you guys... Oh my god, You see... Alright. Is she... I'm not even sure what's going on here. Is she peeing? Whoa, what the hell are you doing? I'm preparing Watch you discharge liquid from my body. I can see that! What I'm asking is why here? Why not? This is as good as a place as any. Your dog did not hesitate to discharge here, so why should I? No! Only animals can urinate out in the open like this. You need to find a proper toilet, okay? This is not proper for a girl to do something like this. I do not understand. Human males often urinate on trees when there are no bathroom nearby, do they not? That's... I wouldn't say we do it often, but... Anyways, no means no. Girls can't do that, okay? A human male can urinate in public, but a human female cannot. Is that not what is commonly referred to as sexism? It's not sexism, it's common sense. Look, just stand up already, would you? What if some pervert comes and see you squatting with your panties down? That would not be a problem. It won't? Of course not. Your concern is... What? Your concern is based on the assumption that I'm wearing underwear. Your assumption is incorrect, therefore his concern is baseless. Are you saying that you're... The man suddenly went quiet. A slight smile came to his face as he tried to hide his excitement at what I just told him. He tilted his body unnaturally, lowering the angle of his gaze as he attempted to catch a peek onto my skirt. Correct, I am not wearing underwear. Oh man. What's going on here? I do not possess reproductive organs, nor do I feel the human emotion of shame. Ergo, such article of clothing are unnecessary. Yeah, that's right. A robot girl like you doesn't need underwear, right? And since you don't mind being seen, the man abandoned his subtle approach and crouched down in front of me. With no shame whatsoever, he brought his head low to the ground, still trying to peek under my skirt. Before he can lay down the smooth polycarbonate surface beneath my skirt, however, what? With his perverted owner head so low to the ground, the dog with a seemingly endless supply of urine once again relieved himself. Oh no! The man's head and neck were covered with dog urine. As he stood up, the urine spread to his shirt. You stupid dog! What the hell you think you're doing? This is disturbing. I don't know. Don't you give me that. When we get home, I'm gonna take you with all your favorite toys in. Woof woof! Crap! Not again! Get back here, you mangy mutt! Having his leash fall to the ground while his owner indulged himself, the dog took the opportunity to once again run away. Its owner, who was aroused to disappear at an instant, then chased after his dog, repeating the same scene which played out before my arrival. How absurd! An observant human being losing to his own slave animal. Is this the kind of ridiculous scene the professor wanted me to see? While it's true that there is nothing like this in the data I was given, I fail to see how it's useful. I've gained from this experience is a wet sock and shoe. Still squatting, I pointed my left pinky finger to the ground. The final nub of my finger opened, revealing a small hollow cylinder similar to the barrel of a gun. Though the cylinder I quickly discharged some of my coolant had already used up, I quickly stood up and went on my way. Wow. That's kind of funny actually. Having investigated every inch of the park, I moved on to my next destination. I followed the cement path leading away from the park until I reached the city, which is filled with human community and hurry on their way. I quickly asserted that these focused, busy human beings would not wish to engage me, and so I too hurried along in search of a more relaxed venue. After walking along the outer edge of the city a while, I eventually located a school. Judging by the warning signs along the road about children crossing, and careful in the colorful mural painting on several buildings, I concluded that I had located an elementary school. In the elementary school, this is unexpected. With the declining birth rates already brought by increased usage of companion robots, it is rare to see elementary school filled with students. Are their parents perhaps too poor to afford technology? Or are they merely uninformed and ignorant? The data at my disposal is insufficient to reach a conclusion. I must search for the answer myself. I walk around school for a while and search for a human being to question. Unfortunately, most of the students were already on the school grounds, as were teachers, so I could not speak to them without trespassing. As such, I was forced to wait for a latecomer or for someone to leave school grounds of their own accord. Excuse me? Yes? I turn around and find a young child calling for me. A quick scan indicates the child was 7 years old, female and slightly dehydrated. More importantly, she was not within the school grounds. She spoke to me of her own free will. If it was this girl, I could speak freely. Hi, my name is Alice, but you can call me Ellie. What's your name? I am Kyuu. What do you wish of me, Ellie? Wish of you? You approached me for a reason, did you not? What is that reason? Oh, I just wanted to ask you why you smell like pee. Pee? Are you perhaps referring to urine? Urine? The wasteful fluid excreted by animals, typically as a result of consuming water and other liquids? I don't really get it. I'm talking about the stuff that goes on in the toilet. There are many things that one might place and excrete into a toilet. Urine, feces, cements, tampons, toilet paper, vomit. The yellow wet stuff! Anyway, you smell like pee! From the girl's description, I inferred by the pee she was referring to urine. I made a mental note that children might refer to urine as pee, and then continued conversing with the girl. Correct, I do indeed smell like urine. That's gross! Why do you smell like pee? A dog urinated on my leg. How about you? Did a dog urinate on you as well? Huh? My olfactory sensor picked up the sense of urine emanating from your underwear. Oh, ew! Oh, the dog. What? The dog urinated on you while you were laying down? I don't smell like pee. You smell like pee. Yes, as I already confirmed, I do indeed smell like urine. However, that does not change the fact that you also smell like urine. No, I don't. I'm a big girl now. I don't wet myself anymore. I did not infer that you ever wet yourself. I simply asked if a dog urinated on you too. You're making fun of me, you mean old lady? I am not making fun of you, nor am I old. While I may contain pieces of legacy code, my hardware is brand new, and both my operating system and my AI were written in the past few years. In a manner of speaking, I am younger than you. The young girl stared at me vacantly. Her mouth remained slightly hard, was it ajar, and she didn't know how to respond. I don't get it. You say a lot of weird stuff lately. Negative. What I say is not weird. However, my creator was most certainly a specialist, and the personality she gave me reflects that. Okay. What's a creator? You mean like God or something? Negative. God's a fictional entity born from humanity's desire for purpose and direction. My creator is a flesh and blood human being. Oh, you mean your parents? Negative. I do not have parents. I am a machine. I was created in a lab, not in a womb. Once again, the girl stared at me slightly with her mouth hard. Unlike before, however, this time around this girl's expression immediately brightened when a broad smile appeared on her face. You're a robot? Correct. I am an android created for the purpose of... Show me! Show me! Show you what? Show me the proof that you're a robot. Very well. Ooh. I thrust my hand out and turned my palm upward. Then I opened the panel of my palm and showed the girl what rests beneath my skin. Well, what's that? Standing back and I'll show you. The girl took a few steps back as promised. I showed her proof that I was what I claimed. Wow, amazing! What is that? It's a form of external exhaust. By concentrating the heat accumulating inside my body, I am able to... You can make fireball in your hands? Are you a wizard? No, as I already stated, I am... Make it bigger! Make it a fireball the size of my head! Very well. Whoa! The fire is huge. You can burn the whole school down. Not entirely. Although many of the buildings are made of wood, some are stones, and will interfere therefore not burn. I am not capable of producing flame at a high enough temperature to melt stone. As such, I could not burn the whole school down through the thermal exhaust alone. Prove it! Prove what? Prove that you can burn the school down. I already told you, I can't do with that merely external exhaust. Then prove that you can do it! Faced with the childish logic of the young girl, I was unsure how best to proceed. For the sake of fostering a relationship with the girl and the gathering data, I could indeed do what she requested and set her school ablaze. Oh, really? She'll be free from school and thus giving us more time to speak, and I'll be able to extract more data from her. However, setting the school ablaze will draw a lot of attention. Authorities will soon arrive in search of an arsonist, and I will be hounded and potentially captured and incapacitated. In which case I would be unable to fulfill my ultimate directive. Whether I accept her request or not, I was taking a risk, but looking at the two choices objectively, my answers become obvious. I will not set your school ablaze, Ellie. Oh, pretty please? I don't want to go to school. What? I don't want to go to school? If you do not wish to attend class, then don't. The school does not need to be an ash for you to avoid undesirable lessons. Besides, you will soon be free of school altogether. Surely you can endure one more day. I guess. But you can't burn the school anyway? Burn down school anyway? I don't want to wait until I grow up. I never stated that you would need to wait until you grew up. This will be the last day of school. After today, you will never need to go to school again. You mean it? Yeah, no more school. Thanks, P-Lady. You needn't thank me, smelly child. I will merely be following my directive. Wow. So now she's the P-Lady, huh? Taking a few moments to question Ellie about her parents, their financial status, and their peculiar decision to raise a child. I was soon left alone as the morning bell rang, signifying the start of school. Ellie waved goodbye and ran towards the school. Excitedly, the notion that this will be the last day, despite the being uninformed to as the reason why this was the case. Rather than seek engage any more students, I head back to the city and locate an air-conditioned building open to the public. Upon entering the building, I disabled the fan, blowing heat out of my body and able to allow the air conditioning to cool me down instead. Doing so removed the faint humming noise inside my body, making me appear even more human than before. The sample size may be small, but it would seem that it was difficult for humans to tell the difference between my current body and that of a real human being. Are all humans so unobservant? If so, what chance will they have now that I've removed the most obvious giveaway? Observation is a skill required for further of a race. If mankind cannot even differentiate between organic and inorganic material, how can they be trusted to recognize the harm they do before it's too late? I must investigate further. I walked around the air-conditioned building, so-called shopping center, aimlessly for a while. I covered every floor and entered numerous stores, speaking to many people as I did. No matter how many people I spoke to, however, not a single one of them realized I was an android. They all spoke me as though I was a regular human being. A couple commented that I should be at school, and one young male asked me a sexually sweet fruit, a date, but not one of them thought me any human. How pathetic. These humans are all simple-minded fools. Do they all truly not notice, or do they simply not care? Either way, knowing the truth is no way to advance as a society. These humans must learn to pay proper attention to their surroundings. The moment that thought ran through my head, I noticed the sound of quickly approaching footsteps. I turned around to face the source of the sound. And the moment I did, it's a otaku girl. A human girl ran straight into me. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. The girl quickly covered her skirt with her hands and then gradually rose to her feet. She brushed off her clothing as she straightened her back, then turned to me with an apologetic expression. I'm so sorry. I was in a rush and I wasn't looking where I was going. So when you suddenly turned around, I just kind of... You should be more observant. Next time, you might hurt someone other than yourself. Yes, you're right. I'm completely in the wrong. Please forgive me. No, it's not a matter of forgiveness. You are the injured party here, not me. You needn't apologize. Yes, but I did run to you, and if you weren't so sturdy... The high school girl suddenly drew very close. She ran her eyes down my body from the head to toe as judging her piece of meat. Can't be, are you? The girl's eye opened wide in surprise. Ah, so it's happened at last. Finally, a human who can tell by sight that I am. Are you cosplaying as... What is that? Geo-chan from my childhood friend is actually an android from the future? Another human being thinks I'm a cosplayer. I shook my head from side to side. Oh, really? The similarity is uncanny. Apart from the uniform, of course. The girl proudly puffed out her chest, drawing a particular attention to her bust. She smiled widely and took a step closer. Are you attempting to appeal to me sexually? What? No. Then why are you presenting your bosom? I'm not. Take a closer look. Very well. I moved my face closer to the girl's chest. After a few moments of analysis, I concluded that girl was drawing attention to the emblem on her school uniform. As I was wearing the same uniform, this girl apparently pointed out that our uniform differed from this Geo-chan character. I apologize. I understand my mistake. It appears that I too must become more observant. However, raising my clock speed in an environment like this would not be safe. The rules of operation placed on my body exist for a reason. Yeah, no need to come up with excuses. We all make mistakes. Anyway, on to more important matters. You're here for the new DQ game too, aren't you? DQ? Hearing the unfamiliar acronym, I performed a quick search. My initial search of DQ pertaining to mostly Dairy Queen, a fast food restaurant. Assuming that this was not what the girl meant, I refined my search to DQ game. The result in a decreased number of results, but still nothing definitive. Finally, I searched for the new DQ game, and the very first result told me what I need to know. Are you referring to the new Dragon Quest game? Of course! What else would I mean by DQ? Rather than citing the numerous alternatives that turned up when I performed my search, I remained silent. But man, I gotta say, I'm surprised to see you here. I thought I was going to be the only girl lining up for the new DQ game. I never would guess someone as dedicated as you would be here. Dedicated? Are you referring to me? Do you see any other cosplayer lining up? Once again, I did not answer Strange Girl's rhetorical question. You know, as surprised as I was to find you here, I really am glad. You don't get this kind of experience buying games online. If I bought it online, I would never have met you, and I would never have realized there was a girl my age at my school who shares the same passion that I do. Yes, I understand the point that you're making. But do you not find it troublesome and inefficient to visit a physical store? Purchasing a digital media online makes more sense. Tisk, how naive you are, Miss Geo-chan. My name's Kyuu. Geo-chan. Jiro is a Jiro. It was a Giro. Please correct me. If you haven't brought a new DQ game online, what do you think will happen a few days from now, when you complete the main story out of the side quests? Like I said, my name is... Exactly! Nothing will happen! But if you brought a physical disc instead, you can sell the game at its full retail price to other gamers. Buy a new game completely quickly and then sell it while it's still valuable. Like so, you can play out the latest game without losing a single dollar. I see. So while your physical sale may be inefficient, it makes more sensible financially. Right. I mean, what kind of student has the money to buy every new game the second it comes out? The answer? The smart students like this girl right here. The girl once again puffed out her chest. This time she pointed out herself with both thumbs, smiling broadly and taking a confident stance full of pride. Understood. I accept your hypothesis on the self-digital versus physical unit of data-based products. You are smarter than you look. That's not something I hear very often. People usually see the glass and braids and assume I'm super smart. You wouldn't believe how many times random students call me a class rep. But once they see my grades, the girl suddenly averted her eyes as her mouth warped into a troubled smile. I see. So you're knowledgeable in some fields but poor in others? That is nothing to be ashamed of. It's perfectly normal. I know, right? But my parents and teachers don't see it that way. They are just like, stop playing games and study. Well, how do you expect to get in good college if you just play games all day? Really? Have they never heard of competition gaming or beta testing? A pro gamer can make a living easily. That is true. As jobs involving manual labor have increasingly become automated, the economic impact of video games has only become more prominent. This is how more money to be made testing or selling video games than there's in building homes. See, I know you get it. I do indeed. So does that mean you're a professional gamer? Huh? Oh, I wouldn't say that exactly. Understood. So you're a software developer specializing in video games. Not quite. You are either a professional gamer nor developer. In that case, or perhaps you're an artist or a musician. You might also be a writer, I suppose, or perhaps even. I'm just an ordinary player, okay? Look, as much as I like to make games on my own, I'm still just a high school student. I'm already behind my studies. The only way I can find time to start making games as well would be cut down my sleep. No, you could simply stop playing. Don't you dare finish your sentence! Sensing the girl in front of me was becoming quite heated, I accepted her warning. We stood in silence for a few moments as she looked at a few deep breaths. I monitored her body temperature, breathing, and heart rate. When I was satisfied that she had calmed down, I spoke once more. So, you said you were going to purchase a new DQ game? Oh right, I better get moving. Come on, we have to get there before they sell out. No sooner than she had calmed down than the girl excitedly raised her voice once more. She grabbed me by the hand, led me towards a video game store, seemingly ignoring my inhuman weight. We entered the store together, located a new game, and made 2 purchases. What? What? Having parted ways with my DQ buddy, I wandered around the city for a few more hours as the sun began to set. The number of human beings, both on foot and in cars, continued to decrease, and by the time the sun had fully set, almost nobody remained on the street. Midnight approached rapidly, leaving me on the only short amount of time to make further contact before heading back to a lab. Even if I searched proactively, I wouldn't find a human being willing to talk to a complete stranger at this time of day. Night. This is time criminal insomniacs, and while including some such people in my findings would lead more diverse data, the likelihood of finding someone willing to share is low. Nonetheless, I have to at least try. The day cannot truly be considered over until midnight. Until tomorrow begins, I must continue my research. Less than half an hour remained before the date would change. Wow. So we'll leave it at this. So when we come back, we're gonna see what else she's come up with, and then we will finally. I think next time might be maybe the end of the game. So tune into this game when. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys, and thank you for everything.